Hello, everybody. Today we're having a special guest. This is Psychic Leo.
Hello.
Please welcome.
Hi.
So, Leo, you have a business in psychic abilities.
Yes.
So, what made you start your business?
Well, I started my business really out of a need for, I wanted to have the freedom to have my own business, my own company. I got tired of basically working for other people. And I said, I think I can do this on my own. I started my business when I was 21 years old. Let me go back. I started doing readings at 21, but I didn't start my business until I was 25. And it's been going ever since. Can't complain. Like I'm very happy with it. And with what I do.
Okay, so how many years it's been? I'm sorry.
It's been I'm 37 now, so let me think. I would say a little over 15 years maybe that I've been doing readings, but I started professionally in 2010. So it's been about 8 or 9 years professionally now.
So you're quite seasoned businessman.
I like to think so. I mean, you never stop learning and growing, but I like to think so.
I started only 3 years ago, and I'm just a newborn, considered a newborn.
Well, you're doing quite well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you do readings in person, obviously, and you do it over the phone?
I do in person. I do over the phone. I do Skype. And I do email.
Oh, wow. Even email can work for that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So when have you noticed some special abilities like this?
I didn't really embrace my abilities until I was maybe 18 years old. I was in high school. And then I didn't embrace my mediumship abilities until I was in my mid to late 20s because I ran away from it. I come from what a lot of us would call an intuitive family. My mother is very intuitive. My sister is very intuitive. But growing up, we didn't call it psychic. We just called it gifted or, you are touched, that kind of thing. But I ran away from it because I thought it was scary. I thought it was weird, that kind of thing. But,
yeah. Was it some special experience?
Yes.
When you noticed the first time? Always some kind of funny story usually associated.
Well, it wasn't, for me it was just startling because when it first started to take shape, lights would go on and off and doors would slam and windows would slam and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm thinking I'm going insane. But it was basically spirit hey, we're here, we're listening. That kind of thing. And once I started to embrace it, it subsided. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I could make a career of this. And then here we are.
Yeah, so that's me. I've had a hobby in astrology for about 20 years. And then I just made it into business and started charging money actually for it. Yeah. So now that you have clients, what are your best clients? What are your dream clients? The best clients that you have?
A best client is just someone, or a dream client, if you can call it that. It's someone that is just, they know what to expect. They know what not to expect. That I'm not going to be like, well, your soulmate is right there. It's like, I don't know that. Only you would know that. Or they know that I'm not going to tell them what they want to hear. I'm going to tell them what they need to know. And I would say my best client is someone who has a great attitude. And I think even having a little bit of skepticism is a good thing because I always say if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So I think having a little bit of skepticism is actually needed because that makes me work, and it lets you know, oh wow, he really is the real deal. He's not just pulling my leg. So that would be my best. Those are my best types of clients.
So you've mentioned the soulmate, and I have a dating agency, so I work, and that's actually my specialty. Even in astrology, my specialty is relationships and helping people with their relationships issues. Either they're still looking for their soulmate, or they're already in a relationship and something isn't working out. So how can you help actually people with relationships issues?
With relationship advice, like say if you came to me, you're like, I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or I don't have a lover, then what I would do is how I help you is I would help you unlock the steps that you would need to find or manifest that love into your life. And usually when you talk about that, you usually have to start with yourself first. So the first thing I would ask you is, well, what are you doing that's preventing you? Let's look at your patterns. What are you doing that's preventing you from meeting that special somebody? Do you move too quick? Do you move too slow? Do you move at all? Are you communicative? Are you emotionally aware? Are you emotionally mature? Have you resolved issues from your past regarding love and relationships, things like that? So I look at it from a deeper perspective. And then we go into, well, here's how you're going to meet this person. Here's where you may meet them. Here's what I see in terms of description. That's when we go into that. So it's a process.
Okay, so there are still some limitations. What kind of questions, can you just be more specific? What kind of questions can you actually answer?
Well, normally a person will say to me, they'll go, well, Leo, I haven't dated anybody in X amount of years. And I'll go, okay, why is that? And they'll be like, I don't know. And they'll say, well, what can I do to manifest the love of my life? What steps do I need to take? Those are the type of questions that I ask me. And then from there, I will say, well, here's what I'm seeing. Here's what I'm sensing around you, because I'm also, for those of you who don't know, I'm also clairvoyant, clairaudient, and claircognizant. And what that means is, that means during a reading,
I didn't even understand what you said.
Yeah. So what that means is, during a reading, I see, I feel, and I hear things. So if I'm giving you a reading, if I give you a reading, I'll say to you, well, I hear this, or I'm feeling this, or I sense this around you. So if you came to me, say you came to me and you were wondering about your love life. Say you're wondering about your marriage, because I do work with married people too. So say you're wondering about your marriage, and you're like, we've been married for 2 years, the marriage has been great, but all of a sudden the passion isn't there. What can I do to manifest that? To bring that back? Well, then I would say, well, here's what I'm sensing. Here's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you are holding on to something that he or she did back in the day, and you got to let that go. Or I would say, and that's just the phone, people, don't worry about it. And I would say, well, what patterns are you trying to get rid of in terms of your love life? Things like that. So I try to look at it from a deeper perspective. That's also where my life coaching comes in. I'm also a life coach as well. So
I was going to say that. You sound like you're doing some life coaching along the way.
Well, I kind of, for me, it's intertwined. Because
exactly.
you have to look at yourself first before you can look at anybody else. Yeah. So I kind of put it all together. And that's basically it.
Okay, so I actually, had like a mini reading for me myself a while back with Leo, and he told me things about me and my significant other that, made me blush actually. I was surprised that he could see that.
Thank you.
So in other words, I know I do also some, astrology readings, and I know some astrologers who kind of gonna sugarcoat it for you. So when you see something bad with the person, do you actually say bad things, or you just prefer not to say it?
No.
Okay.
If I see something negative, and even before the reading, I preference, I'll say, well, if I see something negative, I will say it to you in a way that you can handle. Because it's not what we say, oftentimes it's how we say it. So I often think about, well, how can I say this in a way that does not offend or alarm you? In a way that you can handle it, because I often say life is interchangeable. Life can change at any moment. So I'm never going to be like, well, this is just set in stone. Nothing's set in stone. I can tell you that the man of your dreams is going to come to you in 5 days. 5 days could pass and he doesn't show up. So because maybe you did something wrong, maybe you went left instead of right. That happens. That's supposed to happen. You have choice. So when it comes to something negative, I will tell you the truth, but I will say it in a way that you can digest.
Okay. Yeah, so you do have to be like a little bit of a psychologist.
A little bit.
Yeah, and just see how much the person actually is able to handle. Yeah, because I did have cases when people would get really upset after what I said. But yeah, I'm also that type of astrologer that will not really sugarcoat it for you and will not hide it.
Right.
And so same thing, basically. We have a similar attitude in this.
Yeah, I don't, I'm not going to be rude.
No.
There's a difference between
you just exactly, you have to find a way to actually...
There has to be a common
And if the person even
medium.
wants to know. Some people don't even want to know.
Some people don't, but there's...
Don't tell me. Yeah.
There has to be, I think there has to be just a common medium.
Yeah.
As long as there's a common medium, then we're good.
Okay. Well, we're so happy to have you in Houston now. So I know you moved from another state. Remind me where you moved.
I moved from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Leo moved from St. Louis. And you do live events? And
I do live events. I do, live events. I travel, not only just nationally, but internationally as well.
Oh, wow.
So if anyone wants to book me for anything, you can hit me up on my website. That's psychicleo.com.
That was my job to say it, but yeah. Yeah, so we're going to write Leo's website in the description of the video. But yeah, it's very simple, really. It's easy to remember, psychicleo.com. So, and if you...
And for all my Russian fans, hello.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I definitely have some Russian fans who speak English, so this video is in English and we'll try to make some Russian subtitles. But yeah, if you're in Houston, you can definitely book a live consultation with Leo, and I can certify that Leo does have some amazing abilities, and I was one of his clients, I guess. So, and I did like it.
Thank you.
So guys, definitely use Leo for your needs, including those in relationships, because that's the specialty of my work and my channel. But actually, what else can you do? Can you help, like, besides relationships? Can you help with maybe career?
I can, career, finances. Actually, I work with clients now. I have a client in Morocco and I have a client in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And they both are about career and finances and money. And if you look at career and finance and money, what does that really say? What's the underlying thing? The underlying thing in that is stability. We all want to be stable. We all want to be grounded on in some way, on some level. So when you talk about money, when you talk about finances, that's really what it is. So yeah, I do work with career. I do work with finances. I do work with business. So if you are a business person and you're like, hey, I need some coaching, then I will work with that as well. Let's see, what else? I'm also a medium. So if someone comes in and they're like, I really want closure of this person's passing, I work with that. And that's also if that particular spirit chooses to come through, because it's not always like that. You may want to get Aunt Mary, but you're going to get, Aunt Cindy instead. Or you may get a spirit guide. So it depends on what the client is looking for and if I can help them. And if I cannot help you, then I will find someone that can. I will recommend someone else for you.
Yeah, so I've noticed that people usually come with two questions: how to have more love, or how to have love at all, or how to have more love, and how to have more money.
Yes. Well, like
So
I said, those are all
two most
those are all
common.
stability.
Yeah, well, stability, I think it's actually illusional. We're definitely thriving for it,
Right.
but it's actually an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope you've got a very good idea about who Psychic Leo is, and definitely connect with him. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.